Hello, and thanks for watching. I wanted to say goodbye with a social media act, a video, instead of writing to you on a newsletter. I think it's more, let's say, into this era. I've just completed 5 years in Brussels. It has been a whirlwind, a roller coaster. You might use any kind of adjective for this, but it was worthwhile. I really enjoyed my stay here. When I first came, 5 years ago, the EU was already in another existential crisis with the euro, and our relationship with the EU was not going anywhere. And my task at that time was to prevent it from getting any worse. So for the last, or the beginning of the 3 or 4 years, my task was to manage this relationship. Last year, in 2015, while we were already in the throes of managing the Syrian civil war and the aftermath with regard to the refugee crisis became another existential problem for the EU. Subsequently, we got together, we had 3 summits, we managed to stem the flow, and I think we've been quite successful at that. But this crisis also was an opportunity to come together again. For a long time, our relationship was suffering. We were not moving ahead at the accession process, and we needed a way out. So also the Commission, the Council had been renewed, the European Parliament had been renewed. So this was an opportunity to come back together, and I think that we have done quite a lot. Up until this summer, we believe that we have managed to have increased dialogue, increased contacts, and try to mend fences and build up the trust again. Unfortunately, the failed coup of 15th of July in Turkey was a traumatic experience for Turkey, and we believe that the EU did not show enough compassion or understanding with what's going on. But to be fair, something like this has never happened anywhere else in the world. The Fethullah terrorist organization had infiltrated society in all strata. Its depth and width, the way in which they had infiltrated Turkish society was unprecedented. This was a very unique case, and it was very difficult for our colleagues, friends and allies to understand the situation. Nevertheless, after some months, many EU leaders came to Turkey to understand how traumatic this experience was. Yet, many in the EU and some countries and institutions in the European Parliament still did not understand what was going on. This unparalleled situation caused some consternation in many member states, and in the European Parliament there was a very unfortunate resolution passed on this. And lately the General Affairs Council was going to pass its conclusions, but they could not agree because one member decided to stall this. We understand that some countries, some people want to stop the accession negotiations. This could be the most unfortunate result of anything. We believe that we need each other. We need each other more than ever. We have to come together. We have to build up the trust. And our futures are together. We have to acknowledge this. We do have an opportunity because we are happy to see that cooler heads have prevailed at the last General Affairs Council and at the last summit. We have an opportunity to build up this trust again. We have the visa liberalization. We know we have to fulfill all the benchmarks, and we intend to do so. The customs union will be upgraded soon. We are also already intending to upgrade it to include agriculture, public procurement and services. Now the Commission has asked for a mandate from the Council, and we hope that it will come in the next few months. And one of the most important questions is Cyprus. The negotiations on resolving this issue have been going on for decades, but for the last year and a half, finally we believe that we are at a juncture to really put this at rest. We believe that we are at a point in which we cannot go back. We believe that in the coming month, in January in Geneva, there is a great opportunity to finally resolve the situation in which Cyprus can be united and enter the EU as such. Now, if we can do all this, it will be a wonderful situation. Of course, we have had previous examples, previous opportunities that we've squandered, but we think that we are too close not to be successful. And if we can manage all this, we could actually conclude it with a summit with the EU. The Council has already said that they are intending to have a summit with Turkey. I think this would be a crowning success if we can do this. We need to come back together. We are destined to be together, and I remember one colleague of mine saying that we were indispensable partners, and we truly are. So after 5 years leaving Brussels, I'm still hopeful for the future. I'm still very, very fortunate to believe that we have been here for a long time. We've been very patient, and I think that we deserve to be treated equally like other candidate countries. And if we're given the opportunity, we have the chance of succeeding. So thank you very much for listening. Thank you very much for watching. And I do believe that our paths will cross again. Thank you very much.